90% of the world's millionaires began their journey in investing in real estate before they became wealthy. 90%. This was the outcome of a recent research. Now, we always read all about these success stories in real estate and investors, but in today's video, I will share my real estate investment mistakes and why you shouldn't be making mistakes in 2021. But before we go into the video, you have to understand why learning to invest in real estate is a necessary step if you want to become a part of that 1% of the world's wealthiest people. Because you gotta see it like this, there are several advantages of using real estate to become wealthy. Now, let me just go through a few. Now, the first one is leveraging your own money to purchase real estate. You don't have to use all your own money to purchase real estate, because very often you'll just have to pay 30% of the purchasing price of the property, and the bank will pay you 70% of the remaining part of the property. And with that, you will own the property as well, and you'll only need to pay off the mortgage to the bank each and every month, which is a great way. Now, the second thing is equity growth as well as monthly income. Property will grow in value for about 3% in equity on average each year, 3%. And the only thing is, what you need to do is to have somebody live in your property. And while you have somebody living in your property, they will pay you monthly rent, which means in your case, they will also pay off your expenses. And at the same time, you'll have some cash flow coming in. And of course, that cash flow goes straight into your pocket each and every month. Now, the third thing is stability. When you think that investing in stocks is boring, as you don't really have to do anything for the stocks to grow in value, but then again, stocks do go up and down at the moment something interesting happens in the world, of course. Whereas real estate, well, investing in real estate might be even more boring. As you know, the moment you've purchased a property and rented it out, there's hardly anything to do anymore, since, well, there's hardly anything to do. Well, the moment something breaks, of course, you just send over a contractor or a plumber to fix the problem, but that's about it. Now, there are some disadvantages to investing in real estate, and that is the interesting of this video today. As Vic and Lucy asked me a great question just the other day, talking about the mortgage being underwater and all the problems that you have. Well, what do you do when you do make a horrible mistake in real estate investing? And of course, if you stay until the end, I'll even share with you how to overcome all those mistakes in 2021. Hey, what's up you guys? Lukas here from xlwealth.com. Great that you joined in today, because in today's video, I want to go through the real estate investing mistakes and of course, how to overcome them without throwing away hundreds of thousands of dollars. But before I continue, if you haven't gotten a copy of my latest book yet, be sure to click the link down below in the description, as my ebook is still on special offer. And of course, if you haven't become an XL Crew member yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button that you see over here or down below. And then you'll get your own badge that says, hey, I am a part of the XL Crew. So be sure to do that as well. And for now, let's go back into the video. Now, there are some horrible mistakes to make within the real estate investment world. And yes, I'll just go through those that I absolutely did and also share with you what I did to overcome those mistakes. And no, it's not always blaming the other party and saying, hey, it's your mistake, so give me that refund. Now, life would be nice, though, if I could get a refund for all the things we do wrong. Now, the first thing that I want to discuss with you is getting the wrong tenant in your property. Now, I'll tell you this happened to me, not once, and yes, twice. So there's a Dutch saying that goes like, a donkey does not stumble upon the same stone twice. Well, I see you thinking, what the hell, Lukas, a donkey? Well, yeah, the actual English saying is once bitten, twice shy. And yes, shy I am. I've been investing for real estate for about a decade now. And the moment you get a vacant home, the first thing that goes through your mind is you want to have it occupied as soon as possible. Since, you have the feeling like, as long as the property is empty, I'm losing money. Now, to some extent, that is true. But you gotta see it like this. On the other end, you've actually made money all the previous months already. So you can actually see it like this. You're just making less profit because of the vacancy. Now, that thought only would ease the pain already by now. But back in the past, it was different because I made this mistake not once, but yes, twice. By taking on a tenant that on paper seemed okay. Not perfect, okay. And yes, I can see you thinking, can you find the perfect tenant? Well, as long as you know what you're looking for, then yes, you can find the perfect tenant. But back then I thought, I need to occupy my property. So what happened is I took on an older lady who had 3 cats in my apartment at 3 high. And yes, I can already see you thinking, oh goodness. Now that cat lady, as we called her back then, and I know it's not very nice, but I'm sure she's not watching these videos. So I can use that name to refer to her. Now the whole apartment was a mess. Now how do I know that? Well, it's not that I go there, but once a tenant signs a contract with me, I always have my real estate agent check out her apartment after the first month of rental because, if they are drugs dealers, most likely they have renovated the place into a drugs lab. As if it's Breaking Bad, But if this hasn't happened in the first month, most likely it will not happen any later. But what my real estate agent actually saw back then was that the apartment was a complete mess with cat poop and walls being ripped off. Oh, that was horrible. So what we did is we sent a notice to the cat lady to repair the apartment, or otherwise we would, have to exterminate the contract and she would have to move out. So after another month, my real estate agent just went there again to check it out, but nothing really happened. So we had the feeling that she got some more cats or something, just to bother me as a landlord. Now horrible. Now this whole process went on for a whole year. And she finally left the apartment after officials took her out of the home, as she wasn't paying rent at some point as well. So yeah, after all the legal issues, we got a payment, I don't know, from the court, maybe like 12,000 euros or something back then, for all the repairs and all the rent that she didn't pay up. Now, of course, it wasn't absolutely not enough to cover for all the repairs and expenses we made to fix up the whole apartment again. But then again, hey, it was at least something, right? But I do know, having a horrible tenant, I do know that, never again. Now, this is why taking another month to find your perfect tenant and leave your property, empty is better than taking somebody who seems good enough on paper. Now, I can already see you thinking, Lucas, what is perfect? Well, maybe that's a good subject for another video because it's not going to fit in this mistakes video. Maybe one of you will ask me. And if you do, please let me know down below in the comments. Just like, hey, Lucas, I'm curious, what is the perfect tenant? Now, if you think that is a horrible mistake, well, you got to see the next one, because the number 2, getting the wrong mortgage payment plan, is a horrible thing as well. Now, as an investor, you get several choices from the bank when you apply for a mortgage. And there are several options, and I'll go through a few of the options, okay? So option number 1 is only pay off the interest rate each and every month again. And so no principal payment. So this actually, what happens is, you do this until the end of the mortgage period, and then you actually pay off the whole mortgage principal at once. Now, in most cases, this seems very cheap, but at the end of the mortgage payment, you still have to pay that 100 or maybe even 200,000 euros at once. And that is not the best deal ever as well. Now, option 2 is take on a loan for only, 10 or 20 years, meaning you do not have to pay off 30 years to pay off your loan, but it needs to be paid off faster, causing your monthly expenses to be far higher. Now, for us as investors, paying off a mortgage faster is not our first priority. So therefore, this is just a silly option. And option number 3 is taking the first offer you get from the bank. And you think, well, doesn't that make sense? Well, meaning in most cases, the interest rates will be higher. And, you don't really want that. Because I don't know about your country, but in my country, if you're an investor, the interest rates will be somewhere around 3 to 3.5% per year, which sounds reasonable, since your return on investment in the property will most likely be at least 7%, meaning that all the work you put into real estate investing, you still get 3.5 or maybe even 4% return on your investment in the real estate. But if you know how to compare mortgages and then negotiate the best price with your account manager at the bank, in most cases, they should be able to offer you a better offer, just because you made clear that you want to have a good offer. Now I see you thinking, really, Lucas? just by asking the same question a second time would make people change their thought, and all of a sudden you would, get more just because you told them so. Well, if I would tell you to hit that like button to help the YouTube's algorithm, it would absolutely help me out, wouldn't you? Right? So hit the like button over there. Now, now, in my case, I think I've been the dumb investor back in the past, because I've had all three of these mistakes, and I've come across all of them, and I've even told my clients not to, and they've done it as well. But I'll tell you this: it is human nature to do what feels right at a particular moment. And sometimes you just gotta make a mistake to see the mistake as well. Now, you don't have to worry about this too much, since there are multiple solutions to this. And solution number one is to renegotiate the terms. That's like saying to your wife, I will hang out with my friends and have a beer. You cannot stop me. That is, after you've done the dishes, taken the garbage out, and put the kids to bed, of course. Now, the second solution is to refinance the properties at a later stage, when your properties have grown in equity, for example. Then you can ask your real estate appraiser to take a look at the current value of your properties, and if it's a good deal, to actually refinance right now. The moment it is, you can apply for a new mortgage, and with that, all the options of the mortgage will be open again. As you have, the moment you do actually get a new mortgage, you will pay off the first mortgage, and then you'll be able to get a new mortgage. Easy solutions. And this is what I wanted to share with you today. I thank you very much for watching today's video. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button. And I know that I've mentioned it multiple times in this video today, but I'm also interested if people actually hit that like button the moment I actually mention it more often. So if you're still watching this, be sure to, hit that like button. I just want to see if more people hit it, and if we can influence YouTube's algorithm. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to click that button over there, and then you'll just become a member of the XL crew. Because hey, wouldn't you want to become an XL crew member? And don't forget to turn on the notifications, because every week when I release a new video, you'll be notified a new video is there for you to watch. I thank you very much for watching. Happy investing, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye-bye.